If we look at the energy issue, I think what these data centers have done is they have created a buyer, and they've created the demand side.
Right.
And then you have the administration saying, hey, wait a second, we need to be independent of oil from the Middle East. We need to be energy independent. And the public is like, I don't see the public fighting against nuclear the way they once did. So something has changed here.
There's a generational, if you grew up and Chernobyl happened and 3 Mile Island happened, you had, or even just like the boomer, like get under your desk in case there's nuclear fallout. You know what, if the explosions start happening? I think if you lived through that Cold War nuclear terror stuff, it has a huge symbolic meaning for you, and it's terrifying. And I think if you're alive in the last 25, 30 years, it's out that, in Japan, that one thing went wrong, but I don't think it's drilled in. It's become as archetypal a thing to fear as it was when I was a kid, and everybody was terrified of the world being destroyed by nuclear science.
There was, it's so interesting how pop culture, your wheelhouse, plays into this.
Sure.
You had, 2 nuclear bombs go off, Nagasaki,
Hiroshima.
and Hiroshima. Okay, that really impacted people.
How could it not?
Those people.
How could that imagery not impact you, of course?
And rightfully so. But then when we were growing up in the 80s, and I think this might have been right before your time, there was this this TV movie, the Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I know it. I'll look up the title. It was British, I believe.
No, there was an American one, because it was terrifying for me as like a 14 or 15-year-old.
The day after, it's 1983. So yes, I was only 5 years old. I wasn't allowed to watch.
I was 12.
Directed by Nicholas Meyer, the guy who did Wrath of Khan. What do you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
This movie was so terrifying of, what would happen after a nuclear war. And I was like the last generation, I think, Gen Xers, that had our parents talking about this fear of like a nuclear holocaust, everything blows up, the Russians, etc. And that spilled over with the No Nukes concert. And the No Nukes concert, I believe, was 78. And all these artists, Bob Dylan, etc., they all played.
Bruce Springsteen got it together, but I'll look up who else was there.
Yeah, and so you had the No Nukes concert, which was no nuclear power. Then you had the fear of nuclear bombs going off everywhere. And this set a 30-year, I think, chilling effect on the space. Now, hey, if you can have sustained energy, we're going to be sitting here, I think, in another generation, 10 to 20 years from now, the end of our lifetimes, Lon, nuclear and solar and unlimited clean energy are just going to be there because of this specific moment in time. AI is driving the customer base, and then governments now, with the exception of, like say the EU, which is a bit decel on this, they shut down the nuclear reactors in Germany after
Fukushima.
Yeah. And here we are. Like, it's now obvious to everybody, this technology is safer than oil.
Right.
And there are now hundreds of these oil rigs in the Gulf, and nobody is cleaning them up. They're like abandoned, and there's a very slow process of dismantling them. It's a real problem of this pollution of wells, and this would all be solved by solar, batteries, and nuclear. Yeah. Let's do it, folks.
If you're building a startup, you already know how painful legacy systems can be, and healthcare might be the worst one. CrowdHealth gives founders, operators, and startup teams a different way to pay for healthcare without the usual insurance bureaucracy. Now, CrowdHealth is not insurance. It's a peer-to-peer funding platform where members help fund each other's medical expenses with a team that helps you navigate bills, find fair prices, and avoid getting buried in paperwork. So for lean teams, for freelancers, and for early stage builders who want more control over healthcare costs, CrowdHealth is worth a look. You can get started for $99 a month for your first 3 months if you use the code TWIST at joincrowdhealth.com/twist. Again, that's joincrowdhealth.com/twist. Use the code TWIST, save some money, and get that bureaucracy under control.